And now it's time for
Hard Questions About Jesus! Hey, Wanderers. So we are beginning week 3 this week, and I'm very excited to introduce to you the question of the week. So if you're ready, here we go. Drum roll, please. The question of this week is, what are your God posts? A God post is like a guard post or a guardrail for how you define your God. So we're going to be hoping this week to be able to really nail down some key characteristics or features or beliefs that you have about the character of God. So really the question is, who is your God and how do you define him? And so we're going to be sort of studying and again defining what each of us really measure God by, so that this is important because when we are looking at outside sources, we're listening to conversations, we're listening to sermons, we're dealing with everyday life, it's easier or helpful to know when God is in something, when it really truly is of God, if you have sort of defining principles that you know to be true of God. Then you can run a basic logic test. Is it logical? If this is what I know to be true of God, then can this be true? And it will help you as you move forward in your faith journey to know that some of these God posts that you'll decide for yourself through this week will be things that are close-fisted. They are non-negotiables. And there will be other things that maybe you're not quite sure on. And they're flexible as time goes on, and you need to be open about them. But for the time being, there will be some things that you will want to sort of stake in the ground and say, this is what I am choosing to believe and trusting about God. And then when life happens, when life flips things upside down, or when you are in a conversation with somebody whose life is flipped upside down, or you hear something about God, or you see somebody acting in a way that claims to be God, but it doesn't measure up, you'll be able to quickly identify and discern what really is God according to what you have studied and what you have found to be true of the nature and character of God. Because the character of God is so important for us to understand. And so we're going to dig into the character of God. Last week we focused on who does God say we are. Really, this week we're focusing on who do we say God is. And it will be very interesting, and I feel very personal to have everybody individually explore this. So I am looking very much forward to some of the epiphanies this week, and the things that you decide for yourself are your God posts. So that's it for today. I do want to remind you that part of the seek for this week, or every week, is that we are praying and asking God to come into the conversation, because otherwise it's just a one-sided thing, and that doesn't do much good, does it? So just a reminder, as we seek these questions out, the first day is all about pondering the question, but also inviting God through prayer into the conversation. And tomorrow I will be back with our Navigate and give you some scriptures that you can look at to navigate and journey into this further. Until then, have a good night, and I will see you in the next snippet. Thanks, guys.